I'm currently standing in Dongpan village, and I've tried to record this like 15 times. I keep setting up a nice shot, but by the time I get the camera set up, I've got a group of like 10 people behind me like, what's the foreigner doing? They don't have foreigners in this village, so this is proving to be harder than I thought. My girlfriend grew up in this village, and her grandma still lives in one of these buildings right over here. This tiny, concrete, old, traditional style, super cool building. So part of the family from the grandmother's side escaped to Hong Kong during the Cultural Revolution, and they would send rice and clothing and other important supplies to her grandma and her family in this village. So at some point in like the 1970s-ish, around that time, the government was like, all right, you know what? Have at it. Do whatever you want, make money. So obviously people rushed to make money as fast as they could and started up factories out of whatever space they had to try to make as much money as possible. Which means that everyone else around them can see exactly what they're doing and are like, I want in on this, I'm gonna do it too. So they buy the same equipment, start doing the same thing, and there are plenty of construction projects going on, so why not? So then everyone would start making the same product throughout the village, which essentially just became like a mega factory where everyone's making this one product and shipping it out to the world. And that's actually still where a lot of our products come from today. So this village makes mostly things out of cement. We got like tiles, manhole covers, drainage pipes, drainage grates, things of that nature.
再加一大碗。啊，这个是那个水沟的那个。对，它这个有那个管，然后把这个盖子盖上去，连通的。对，连通下水道。
一个可以卖多少钱？
不知道哦，应该要几百多。
So then, as the amount of wealth increased, people didn't want to live in these small one-room homes anymore. They had enough money to start building huge, modern, high-rise buildings. So coming from the US, I'm sure you're like me, where you see a building like this, and you think, okay, that's how buildings work. They build the whole thing, and then people start to move in. It's not how it works here. When you don't have any kind of set standards or rules on how a building has to be built. Everyone here just has a piece of land and goes, build me a building. I want it to look like that. Pretty soon, everyone has one, and they all look exactly the same. But they may not have someone to move into every apartment, so why spend the money and the time finishing the inside of each individual apartment? Apartment, 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 completely and totally empty. Like this. Or an even more extreme example, you got one apartment here, and then until the government pops its head in and goes, hey, wait a minute, you guys aren't poor anymore. We're gonna have to start regulating things here. And at that point, construction stops. You can't just build anything anymore. You need a permit in order to finish building your building. I believe this was gonna be a building at some point, but doesn't look like it's gonna be finished anytime soon. It's literally a forest in there. I do mean literally a forest. So this land over here has been designated as a real estate development by like an actual company. And this building here was planning to expand, but never got to do so because now they can't get the permits. Which means this space right here is just completely empty, so why not build a fort? Bamboo supports, add some shelves, gotta be able to cook some meals in there too, complete with a fridge, bed, air conditioner, and a bathroom for good measure, and some plants. And a gym. The ultimate fort. So as each person makes enough money, they start to pool their money together with other people to build their own high-rise building. And with any lack of conventions or standards that go along with it, people just build whatever they want. So you end up with some pretty interesting situations that get copied again, and again, and again, and again. For better or for worse. It also means everything gets built with a, well, we're probably gonna extend this later. Oh, we can't build here? All right, well then we'll just leave it. You just end up with this. On the one hand, I find it really funny. But on the other hand, it's unique and it's cool. Which leaves us with one final question. You think I can make this jump? Let's find out.